All right, guys, the purpose of this exercise is to go over your Unit 2 mid-unit assessment. If you didn't get a full point, meaning you either got 0 points or a half a point for a question, something went wrong. If we take this time to learn from our mistakes, we won't make that same mistake on the next test. If we do not learn from our mistakes, we will continue to make that mistake over and over and over again. We have to stop, take a few minutes, and learn from the mistakes. So let's do a couple of these, and then I'll make a different video for probably each 5 questions. Which of the following solutions matches the given table? Well, my input is 0 when my output is 20. If my input is 1, I get out a 40. If I put a 2 in my machine puts out a 60. If I put in a 3, I get out a y. When x is 4, y is 100. Okay? Well, let's think about it. As part of her marathon training program, Kim ran 20 minutes on her first run. So I'm going to use a piece of scrap paper to kind of think about this for a second. So on Kim's first run, she ran for 20 minutes and doubled the number of minutes she ran for each of the following 4 runs. So on her first run, she did 20. On her second one, she did 40. On her third one, it says she's going to double it. So that's 80. And for the fourth run, she's going to double it. That's 160. So let's see if that matches. When I put a 1 in, I'm supposed to get out, I got out a 40. Here I got a 20. 2 and 60, 2 and 40. So it's not A. See, 1 is supposed to match up with 40. Here, 1 matches up with 20. So that doesn't work. So A's out. Let's try B. Joe received a score of 20% on his first algebra test. However, he improved and received a score on his 100% on his 4th test. So Joe received a 20% on his first test. However, he improved and received a score of 100% on his 4th test. Again, my 4 matches up with my 100, but the 1 is supposed to match up with a 20. You see here, the 1 doesn't match up with 20, so it's not B. If a company started with 20 employees and then added 20 employees each year for 4 years, so they're going to start with 20, and then each year after that, they're going to add 20. So add 20 again, 60. So at the end of the first year, they're 40. So remember, when you see that word started with, that means at point 0, 0 time has passed, you start at 20. 1 to 40, 2 to 60. Third year, you'd have 20 more, that's 80. 0, 20, 140, 260, 380. See how they match up? That's the answer. Let's double check that we're right by looking at D. So Max opened a bank account with no money. So when he walked into the bank, no time has passed. He started with $0. He added $20 a week. So after week 1, he added $20. So that means he'd have 20 left. Week 2, he'd add another 20, which means he has 40. Let's check. 0, 0, nope, doesn't work. So C is definitely the right answer for that one. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Which of the following representations models the pattern shown if X is the number, the figure number? So if I made a table, X is the figure number, and Y, sorry, let me do adjusting here. And Y would be the number of tiles. Okay. Well, let's think about that. If the figure is 1, there's 1, 2, 3 tiles. If the figure is 2, figure number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Figure number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's what my table should look like. Now it says select all that apply, so we have to choose all of these out of A, B, C, D, and E that apply. So my eyes go to the table first. This table has 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 7. Does this match up with ours? 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 7. Yes. So that's automatically 1. Let's go up here. Y equals 2x plus 1. Well, let's try it. Here's my input. So when my 2 goes in, I should get out a 3. If I put my y in, or my 1 in, I should get out a 3. So let's try that. If I put a 1 in, I should get out a 3. Let's see if we do. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is... Oh, I don't know where that 3 came from. I'm sorry. Put in a 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. We got it. Let's try another one. Y equals 2x plus 1. If I put a 1 in, I should get a 3 out. Oh, we just tried that one, sorry. If I put a 2 in, I should get 5 out. So 5 is our goal. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Works for both. Done. Let's see if this one does it. The number of tiles is the figure number plus 2. Well, let's see. The number of tiles is the figure number plus 2. The number of tiles is 3 when the figure number is 1. So is the number of tiles 3, the figure number plus 2? Well, it is for that one. Let's see if it always is. The number of tiles is 5. The figure number is 2. So the number of tiles should be the figure number plus 2. Well, 2 plus 2 isn't 5, so that's not it. If we already know the rule to be 2x plus 1, it can't be another rule. Now the number of tiles is 1 tile in the corner plus 2 times the figure number. Let's think about that one. So we have 1 in the corner, kind of mark that off, 1 in the corner, plus 2 times the figure number. Well, if I wanted to add them up, I'd have to do 1 plus 2, and 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, well, if I had to add these up, I'd do 1 in the corner plus 4. Is 2 times 2 4? Yep. If I had to add the corner, then I'd have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Figure number times 2 is 6. So it is true that the number of tiles is the 1 tile in the corner, and then you add 2 times the figure number worth of tiles. The corner square here, and then 6 more, which is the figure number times 2. Which makes sense, because if the figure number is 3, that means I have 3 out here as my legs, and you have 2 legs. If my figure number is 2, I have 2 squares here and 2 squares here, and I have 2 legs. If my figure number is 1, I have 1 here and 1 here, times 2 legs. Makes sense. So A, C, and E would have been the right answers for that. All right, number 3. 3A. Let's see. Well, to get from 1 to 6, we could do a couple of different things. But the only one that's going to work for all of them is if we multiply by 5 and then add 1. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. So my rule is take your input, multiply it by 5, and then add 1. Replace your input with x, switch these two, and you get the rule as y equals 5x plus 1. All right, next couple questions will be on the rest.